Whenever we think of the word lottery, the first things that ring bell in our mind are prize, money, or something to gain. But imagine a lottery where the prize is not money, rather the loss of a person. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about a very iconic and didactic short story called The Lottery, written by Shirley Jackson. Now, the lottery short story is taught in one of my university courses called American Literature, and it was one of the best reads ever, okay? Through this fictional short story, you actually get a very significant and powerful message, okay? This short story makes you realize that how the traditions and rituals that we often blindly follow without questioning are wrong and pointless, okay? It makes you think at least once about the utility of the traditions and rituals that you are blindly following. Now, just to give you an overview of this story, in this story, we get familiar with a small village where the villagers gather for an annual event called the lottery. Now, the lottery is a tradition followed by the villagers for so many years, where through the lottery process, they select a person, and after selecting the person, they throw a stone to that person until or unless he or she dies. So very illogical, right? Now, you might have a question, why do the villagers follow such a brutal tradition? Well, the answer is the villagers have this belief that the sacrifice of human is associated with the welfare of the village, is associated with the good harvest of the village. I remember reading one slogan of the villagers called "Lottery in June, corn be heavy soon," meaning if a person is sacrificed in June, then the villagers will have good harvest. So by this time you probably realized what a brutal ritual it is, okay? So through this short story, the writer actually tried to send us the message that we should not follow any tradition blindly, okay? Before we follow a tradition, we need to think about how am I going to be benefited if I follow this tradition? How I'm going to be affected if I follow this tradition? So we are not supposed to follow brutal, barbarous, illogical practice in the name of tradition, okay? We are not supposed to follow a tradition that has flaws in it. So we should raise question and stand against wrongdoings. Usually what happens is that we do not talk about wrongdoings unless or until we ourselves are the victim. But we should come out of it and stand and protest wrongdoings. So that's all we have time for today, guys. I think I'll have to stop here. Now, the lottery short story is one of my major takeaways from the last semester. I so loved this short story. This is very educative and didactic, and I think everyone should read this short story, okay? By the way, guys, before we finish, I would like to highlight a particular thing, and that is to understand this short story properly, to analyze this short story critically. The lectures of my course instructor were a great help. I think without the lectures of my course instructor, to analyze this short story critically would be very difficult for me. So yeah, a big huge thanks to my course instructor. She is a very nice woman, okay? I'm not pronouncing her name in order to protect her privacy, but yeah, she's very sweet. So yes, that's it for today. Good luck to you, and yes, see you in the next video.